Hi, beautiful souls, and welcome. If you're new here, my name is LD Healing or Zach, and today we've got a brand new pick a card on why did they ghost you. I thought it would be great to maybe upload a more healing orientated pick a card that allows you to get an in-depth view on maybe information that might be harder to access, such as understanding or interpreting their emotions or their lack of actions happening towards you, to help you understand that it's not always about you and that in fact, internalizing their feelings might be holding you back from releasing more. I've gone ahead and channeled 3 different piles with 3 different messages, and I've gone ahead and also picked 3 different crystals. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and list off each pile. For pile 1, we have a piece of black tourmaline. For pile 2, we have a rock salt piece. And for pile 3, we have an angelite piece. Remember, pick the pile that resonates the most with you. Pick the one that you can't stop staring at, that will hold the message. To get probably the most out of this reading, I would highly suggest having someone in mind, but otherwise I'm sure the reading will bring someone to mind. Hi, beautiful souls, and welcome for those of you who chose this labradorite piece. Hope everyone's doing amazing today. This is going to be your reading on why they ghosted you. I'm sorry, I just blanked out there. I'm already starting to receive messages. I'm attuning to your energy. I've gone ahead and also picked up a deck of cards. Before I read your channeled messages, I'm going to go ahead and just move your piece over here. I'm going to pull your cards also on camera. Oh, okay, that one came out right away. You know what? That's your card. And while I'm pulling these cards, please go ahead. If this message does end up resonating with you, please do leave a like. It helps me connect to more people like you, but it helps people like you connect to more videos like these. And if you want to go that extra step, you're really resonating with my energy, you really love what I'm doing, I upload as often as I can. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button or the notification bell. I think you got a couple here. You know what? I'm going to let that happen. I'm going to let it happen. It feels right. I've also gone ahead and channeled a song. I'll probably have the link to the song in the description, but otherwise we will see what the song is in a second. Final cards for the reading of pile 1. Why did they ghost them? Why did they ghost them? I want this one and I want that one. That's enough. Okay. Let's get into your channel messages before we get into the cards. We have your cards there. For pile 1, let's read your message together. Okay. For your channeled song, It's Not Right, But It's Okay by Whitney Houston. Interesting. It's all right, it's okay. It really was my time. My constant rejection of you was an internal projection. Oh, I said projection. Protection. You know what? That's definitely a channel message. I never really could get it right. You're better now. In spite of me, you found support. Wow, okay. It seems like whoever this person was, they could have either cheated or broken some sort of commitment within this relationship. And it doesn't even have to be the physical commitment of like going with another person. It's just they weren't able to match what you were asking for them to match. And it seems like they felt like that they were a failure and they were perceiving your or their own inability to match you as a form of rejection, right? And them rejecting you was them projecting that energy back of being like insecure, scared, and wanting to sort of I don't know, it felt like they couldn't live up to something is really what I'm picking up from this message. But I want to say, in spite of everything, like, you're doing great. It's like, I don't know, I don't want to undermine or sort of brush under the rug your feelings or what had happened, but I do want to say that, like, everything that happened, it's kind of better that it happened this way rather than staying or sticking around this person, because I don't think they could give you what you were looking for, or they could live up to what was sort of being expected. And it could even be that your expectations placed upon them weren't, out of the healthiest or most loving place. But even then, it felt like they were, I don't want to say holding back, but it feels like there was this energy of like, they weren't allowing you to reach new steps or new levels. And in spite of everything, you're doing great now. Like, you'd much rather be alone and not around this person. Just like after how they've shown themselves to be. They were sort of protecting you. It's like they were protecting you. The way that they acted, it was almost like they were trying to like get you out of their life as fast as they can to protect you. Because my rejection of you was an internal protection. I keep saying projection. Why do I keep saying projection? It's almost like they perceive rejection in everything you did and said to them. And so they were trying to like do that to you, or I don't even know if they were consciously doing it. It could have just been like, because they felt so rejected, that's why they looked for this love outside of the relationship, or why they sort of acted this way and ghosted you and stopped talking to you. You're better now in spite of me, you found support. It's like they know that like I don't think they have contact in your life. And if they do, they know that you're doing better now. But if they don't, it's like they know that them leaving was actually like a good thing. Wow, powerful message. I'll have that song linked down below. Go listen to that song. That song, I assume, will be very healing. Whitney Houston, fucking some of the best songs. For your Buddhist card, we have discipline. A disciplined mind leads to happiness. An undisciplined mind leads to suffering. Interesting. We have remembrance. Yeah, the resurfacing of past feelings. That makes sense. And then Zen Garden in a sanctuary. I feel like this person might not have excuse me. I feel like this person might not have ghosted you recently, or whatever has happened, it's starting to come to the surface. It's like you're dealing with these feelings and your mind is running rampant. It's like your mind has more of a control over your life than you've ever thought or understood or consciously even gave it credit for, right? You're not understanding that your conscious mind is actually controlling your life, in that what you are thinking, it's bringing you down. It's making you focus on certain things, especially with discipline, like with resurfacing feelings. And then we have Libra, which is, I said Libra, Aquarius. Oh my gosh, we have Aquarius in the 11th house, which Aquarius belongs in the 11th house. Wow. Okay. I think a lot of situations, specifically with friends, are triggering you to look at certain things. Like maybe you've lost certain friends, or certain friends around you are triggering certain emotions, or certain words and feelings and events that are happening in your life, specifically related to the outer world, that are causing you to deal with these feelings or to face these feelings, which is making you realize that you don't have as much control, or you're sort of having your mind keep wandering to these topics of like, this person, the pain that they caused you, and who they were within your life. Something that I do want to say is that, see, it's interesting because Zen Garden, that would be Libra, like Zen in a sanctuary. Something that I want to say is that you're being asked to, I don't want to say rein it in, but to address what you're thinking about. It's like, there's a reason your mind is bringing up these things, whether it's this person, this place, this event. It's not for no reason. And it's because it's actually affecting your peace, or it's affecting your ability to create further in the world. Because when I see inner sanctuary and Zen Garden, like those two words together, to me, I've never really gotten this, but those two words together for me, it's almost like creating the place that, or friendship group, or society that you want to live in, creating the like dream fantasy in your physical waking life. And then Aquarius are often the innovators, the creators, the people who think outside of the box. It's like what you're wanting, you crave so much more, but the inability to deal with whatever these feelings are, or the suppressed part of whatever these feelings are, because we have remembrance, resurfacing of past feelings and emotions. It's like this person coming back up is almost like you're clearing it out so that you can realign yourself with people who can actually support you and where you're going. Because I see, for humanity's sake, your hopes and wishes, do it for your future. It's almost like you're aligning yourself with what you want, and you have to clear out these emotions or what this person did to you. And the reason you have to do that is because your mind is is bringing up these things, and it's controlling you in a way that it disempowers you. It's like you aren't able to open up to people, or you keep thinking or focusing on that constant pain, which makes you live in a state of expecting it, or seeing it from every corner, and you're not able to open up or connect to people in the same way. Or it could even be that, what could it be? I'm going to pull one more card from the Buddhist deck. Just off the top, attachment. Yeah. Okay, you're still tied to this person and what they did to you. It's like you haven't been able to release yourself from it, which is what's causing your suffering. Your mind is still attached to what had happened, which explains a lot here. And why Aquarius? See, let me grab one more planet. Venus. Okay. It's impacting your ability to connect, and that's ultimately what's coming up here. This person impacted your ability to connect. It's like cherish, enjoy, charm, art, and beauty are the way to. It's like you're holding yourself back, or you're scared to show yourself because you internalized what they did to you as your own fault, when it wasn't. It was their own insecurity that caused this whole situation. And maybe you weren't the most loving. I'm not saying you weren't at all. I'm just saying that maybe you accidentally triggered them, which is what caused them to act this way to you. And then now you internalize their actions, and you're being asked to sort of not allow your mind to hold you back, right? Because maybe you're playing the event of the past over and over on your mind, which is then causing you to maybe not speak, not say, not go out of the way, not connect to the people in the same way, not to be you, because you're dumbing yourself down to make other people comfortable. Whatever it is, it seems like this person impacted you, and it's actually affecting your ability to create what you want. And that's what's coming up here from Spirit. I think that's all for your channel message, my power one. I'm sending you all so much love and light. Mwah. If this helped you, if this made sense, please be sure to let me know down below. Sorry, my words keep slowing. Please be sure to let me know down below what power you picked, which would obviously be powerful one. If it did help you, please be sure to leave a like. I keep stuttering. I'm gonna have to say this. It's almost like you hold back your words, or you didn't get to say what you wanted, and you don't open up to people and you don't say what you want. It's like you overanalyze what you say and what you did and what you didn't do and what you do want to do. It's like you live in this constant state of like fear and attachment to what had happened, but not attachment in the sense that like, no, attachment in the sense that you do live in that. It's like you let that scenario rule you, and it's the undisciplined mind that keeps bringing it up, and you're being asked to deal with these emotions and feelings because it's holding you back. All right, my power one. That's your message. Please be sure to let me know down below if you did pick power one, if you do feel comfortable doing that, and please be sure to leave a like if these messages did resonate. If you'd like to book a one-on-one reading where I can give you so much more than I'm able to give you here, my link to my website is in the comment box down below, or the description box down below. Until we meet again, I'm sending you all so much love and light. Mwah. Bye. Hi, my power twos, and welcome to your reading today on why they ghosted me, you beautiful, beautiful souls. I just feel like saying affirmations to you guys. I feel like that's a channel message. Like, I just want to say you're like beautiful, you're amazing, you're great. Like, I love you. You are so loved. You are so worthy. What had happened? It feels like it was mutual. Like, I don't know why, like, I say mutual, but maybe it even wasn't consciously mutual. It was just like, it was for the betterment of you both. And you knew that, like, it wasn't healthy for the both of you. I'm going to go ahead and start pulling cards before I read your channel message for those of you who chose this pink salt, Himalayan salt piece. I think that's what it's called, pink Himalayan salt. I am going to pull your cards really quick, but as I'm pulling your cards, I would just like to remind you, if you do end up resonating and enjoying this reading and connecting to these messages, please be sure to leave a like on this video. It helps me connect to you, but it helps more people like you connect to more videos like these. If you want to go that extra step, please be sure to leave a subscribe. Be sure to subscribe to the channel to get notified the next time I upload. I'm just going to pull one more from here. You can also hit the notification bell as I try to upload as often as I can. This one. I feel like giving you 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So you guys could be seeing 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 a lot, or 2, 2, 2. Just repeating twos. 2 could be like a number of importance to you, like maybe you're born on the 22nd, or maybe you're born on the 11th. That still breaks down to a 2. Or maybe you're the 11th. There's something to do with this connection, the 11th month, or the 11th day, or the 22nd. You know what I mean? Like 2 for some reason is really important. But ultimately 2, if it isn't that, 2 rules the number of engagement relationships, but it also rules partnerships. It rules, oh, that's the card. It rules your intuition. It's almost like you knew it was time, but someone was holding on. I feel like, let me see what your channel message is, because I don't remember. Because when I channel these, it's just, yeah. Okay. No Air. Oh, your song is No Air by Jordan Sparks. I'll probably have it linked down below. And Chris Brown, I think. I'm sorry, it was my time to go. Our full happiness couldn't be found together. I took, then you'd break. We'd both break trying to make it right. We both can't breathe in a room we both fill. It was never equal. Your life around me was never your own, as was mine around you. Wow. Codependency could have been a huge playing factor in this relationship where it's sort of like, you didn't live for yourself in the sense that maybe you weren't able to build yourself up. You were always looking towards the other person for the validation, the instinctual love, or the time that you'd give to yourself. It's almost like this other person was playing a role where they would make you comfortable or be your carer or caregiver. And it goes both ways. It's like, I think, yeah, that makes sense with the, it wasn't good for the both of you. It's like both of you were living for each other and you weren't living for your own lives and then trying to build something together where you met each other on a level. I feel like they left because they realized that what they wanted couldn't be aligned with where they were going. And it wasn't you specifically, I'm feeling like. It was like they left a lot behind in their life. It wasn't just you. It was like maybe they left behind friends, family, like a lot of situations. It wasn't just you that they did this to. Yeah, it's like both of yous were, I don't want to say too much because too much isn't the word. I don't want you to dumb yourself down or think that you're doing too much or you're saying too much. It's like both of yous were compensating for what each other needed. And it's almost like you were an enmeshment or an entanglement of each other's lives to fill each other up. It's like you played the role that each other needed rather than being able to build it up and create it in your own life and then to work towards it, which is sort of what held you back. And that's sort of what's coming up here. I feel like this person felt held back. And it was holding you back. It's like what they did to you. I mean, No Air by Jordan Sparks, like they took your breath away. You both took each other's breath away. I feel like there was a lot of love. And even if it wasn't the most healthiest relationship, it doesn't mean that you couldn't appreciate and truly relish the moments you had together and understanding that there was so much intimacy that was built and so much experience gained from it. Second house in Gemini. What the hell? What the hell? Wow. Yeah, no, okay, sorry, I'll explain in a sec. Flame tree, the start of something new. Yeah, they ghosted to start something new. I said that. And then Sacred Heart, passion, love, spiritual communion. You know what? This was a very spiritual connection that helped you awaken to each other, to each other's selves. Discipline. You got discipline again. Okay, pile 1 got discipline. I shuffled that. I seriously shuffled that. I'm going to pull one more just because pile 1 got discipline. I'll take that one. And then we had wisdom. Okay, yep. Discipline and wisdom. You both came into each other's lives to teach each other a new way of living. It's like the pain that you caused each other was to show each other what you could create. It's like, I'm hearing this Adele song, specifically a line, I don't remember the song name, where it's like, you taught me to love. That's ultimately what the line is about. It's like, I don't remember the line specifically, but the line is about that you taught me to love. You awakened me to how much I could actually love. And that's what this pile is about. It's like you both awakened each other to the true capacity of your love, but you realized that the love you were giving to each other, whether it was conscious or unconscious, it truly held each other back in the ways that it was just codependent. It wasn't a love that you were sharing with yourselves. It was a love like you were living for the other person. It's like what you awakened in each other was a new way of living, or a new want, a new desire, a new passion. And even if it wasn't in the current time of the relationship when it took place, it's like postpartum. I keep getting like postpartum, like the postpartum separation. I know that that's such a weird word to use, but I'm getting that. It's like the postpartum separation of this relationship is what caused you to awaken to creating your own fulfillment within your own life. So maybe you didn't have a job, or you didn't understand your direction or what you wanted or what you needed or how to give to yourself, because the second house can often be about the physical giving to yourself. Because if we think about the houses in the way of growing and evolution, like we start from like baby. Number 1, we build ourselves. Number 2, which is the second house, we build our self-worth, our resources, our fundamental core of like how we determine our self-esteem. It's like this relationship came to you to build yourselves up, and even though it being taken away did break you down, it didn't break you down in the way where you had nothing, where you hit rock bottom. It broke you down in a way that you were able to head in a new direction to create something new for yourselves, where before it's like you weren't able to do that or live for yourselves. Especially with the flame tree, it's like it had to burn down, it had to all crumble. It's like this relationship was a spiritual communion of sorts, like spiritual communion. It's almost like it happened to awaken yourselves. It's so powerful because you awakened yourselves to the conscious. It's like you awoke yourselves to your own actions, your own thoughts, your own words, what you were doing, what you weren't doing. It's like you actually became conscious and sentient of what you were doing and how you were acting, whereas before maybe you were asleep at the wheel. And that's sort of what's coming up here. It's like you taught each other so much. And just know that the feelings that you have go both ways, and that you shouldn't deny it, and you shouldn't be upset by it. You should be so proud that you got to share that. And it doesn't mean that doesn't hurt or that it's easy, but it's okay that you can't have the same thing anymore. It doesn't mean that you can't lust it or crave it. It's just that you will never be able to have that same thing again. And that never isn't the word. It's just you won't be able to experience the same thing again, because I think if you did, you would be very upset. Like, think about it now with everything you know and everything you feel and where you're going. It's like it wouldn't fit in that relationship anymore for both of you. And that's something that's coming up here of why they ghosted you. It's like it wasn't to hurt you. It was to almost build themselves up And then in that, it helped build you up. And it's almost like the universe brought you two together in that beautiful way. I don't know if you have anything to deal with in this relationship, because I feel like you processed it in a very like healthy way. Maybe the only thing is that you think that you're not worthy. Maybe you lost a bit of self-esteem, or you took a punch and you're very scared of love, or very scared of opening up because of this person, especially with the second house here in Gemini. It's like you don't speak to people in the same way. It's like you used to be flirty and fun, or maybe that you would be more open about things, but like this sort of took a punch in that area. Or maybe your self-esteem took a punch because it's second house of what you value. Maybe you don't value yourself because you think you did something. I don't think you did. It's like you both knew you had to go a separate way. It's almost like the last time you talked, it might have been a fight. It might have been. And if it wasn't a fight, it could have just been like an exchanging of words of like holding people accountable. And then, you know what? The other person just like ghosted. Said goodbye. Or you said goodbye. I'm going to pull one more card and round off your reading. Harmony, power, self-confidence, productivity. Yeah, like I said, this was to help grow you. I mean, look at all this like leaf imagery. Like, not all of these cards have leaf imagery. Like, especially Earth with all the vines and the roots. It's like, it helped you build some sort of internal power that you were lacking, whether it was like speaking your truth, or acting a certain way, or going after what you wanted, or bringing some sort of power and determination with your own life and your own goals, and bringing that conscious mind to an awakened state instead of just going about life without thinking about it. It's like you became a new person from this, and it's so beautiful. The reason they ghosted you was because it was their time and it was your time for something bigger, something better. I hope that made sense, my pal, too. I'm sending you all so much love and light. Mwah. Just a reminder, if you'd like to comment down below, if you are pile number 2, if you are comfortable, I always appreciate that. I love hearing feedback. I love hearing about how you connect to these messages. Again, please be sure to leave a like, and if you'd like to book a personal reading where I can give you so much more than I'm able to give you here, the link to my website is in the description below. Until we meet again, bye. Hi, beautiful souls. For those of you who chose pile number 3, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is going to be for the Angelite pile. I've gone ahead and obviously channeled your message, but there's also a card here. I didn't do this for the other piles. While I was shuffling and preparing the decks, because I just like to shuffle them really quick before I bring them on camera, a card fell out of this deck. So I'm going to just pull one more so that you guys see me pull it on camera, just really quick. There we go. So I'm just going to pull it like that. But that one fell out, so I'm just going to keep it because I take it as a sign. I take everything as a sign. I'm going to move this off to the side as I sort of get all your cards ready. This is going to obviously be your reading on why they ghosted you. The intention of it is to hopefully be a healing reading and an aligning reading. But before I get into that, with all that stuff, I would like to just say, if you are enjoying this video, if you connect to these messages, if you resonate with who I am, what I'm doing, how I speak, how I do shit, how I do it, please be sure to leave a like. It helps me connect to more people like you, but it helps people like you connect to more videos like these. And if you want to go that extra step, right? If you want to go that extra step, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. You can get notified the next time I upload. I'm going to take this card. Tell me when to stop. Someone said stop now. I'm going to take this one. Someone out there. Might not have been you, but someone out there. Okay, one more card. I'm really drawn to that one with the white on the top. I don't know why. I don't know why there's white on the top. None of the other cards have it. That's weird. Might be upside down. I don't know. Okay, we have all your cards ready. Now let's read your channeled message. We also have a channeled song, which I will try and link in the description down below, but if I don't, please don't hate me. How Will I Know? How Will I Know by Whitney Houston. Okay. I remember channeling this message because it wasn't that long ago. I'm so confused. My lack of investment is an over-analysis of every word and action. I am so insecure, and I make you uncertain. We both didn't share words. I have thousands of routes come to me, and I freeze because I'm going to mess it up. It seems like this person, the way that they acted or the way they did things, it's like they did it. They weren't sure. They were so scared. Like, they were so scared of how you felt, how you would perceive them. Even though it might have been so obvious to you, it's like this person, they weren't sure. They were uncertain. They didn't want to put themselves out there in that way because they didn't want to cause themselves more pain. I think they've experienced a lot of pain, and maybe you weren't able to be super consistent with them. I'm not blaming it on you. That's not what I'm trying to do here today. But what I am trying to share is that maybe the lack of long-term investment on both ends is what cut this connection short. And what I'm seeing here, especially with like, my lack of investment is an over-analysis of every word and action. It's like, again, they must get tired of just like looking into everything that they say they want to do, how they feel, every little thing. And it seems like they were acting this way in your connection. Their insecurity made you uncertain. Them acting like that made you uncertain. And they didn't mean to do that. We both didn't share words. So it's almost like, yeah, you both could have had a power over this relationship. They see potential in everything. I have thousands of routes come to me and I freeze. It's almost like they don't want to pick the wrong thing or do the wrong thing or say the wrong thing. Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm also hearing this song from a musical. I think it's called The Tiniest Lifeboat. It's like the tiniest lifeboat full of people I know. Everyone's pushing, everyone's shoving. They'll throw me right over the side. If I say the wrong thing, if I act the wrong way, if I wear the wrong outfit, they'll throw me right over the side. It's like they've experienced so many traumatic relationships where they have, I want to cry. That song it's so, you guys got 2 songs. Let me fucking add that so that I remember. Tiniest Life. Go listen to that. Because I bet you both feel that way. Tiniest Life. I need to add that for me for later. Yeah, wow. It's like, it's a lot. They've experienced a lot of relationships where like the tiniest things got them into trouble, and they had to always appeal or appease the other person. And this relationship, it wasn't that you did anything in particular, it's just that that's their own trauma playing out. Like, it had nothing to do with you. Pile number 3. I'll move you over there. No wonder the angels are with you. Angelite is obviously fucking the stone of angels. Let me continue. The first house, identity, yeah. Neptune, they don't see themselves clearly. They don't see this relationship clear. Wow, yeah. They have a distorted view of themselves. They have a distorted view of their actions, their desires. It's like, it's distorted for other people. Other people, like, overstep their boundaries to create who they are. Pure understanding. I think all that they ask for you from this is, like, the search. Yeah, look, oh my god, confused, lonely. Feeling lost, the tiniest lifeboat. Oh my god. I can't. Okay. Impermanence, wow. It's almost like they protected themselves from this relationship by cutting it short. Their understanding is that if they do or say the wrong thing, they're going to cause themselves more pain. They're going to destroy themselves in the process. It's almost like they're at their breaking point. Like, they've lost who they are, and they're sort of learning about who they are at this current time. I don't think this person is a bad person, or like, bad is such a bad word. Like, bad is the wrong word to use here. I don't believe in good or bad. That wasn't the right word. I don't think this person is an unhealthy influence or someone who seeks to bring harm into your life. But if they did cause any, they genuinely did not mean it. I seriously mean that. They genuinely did not mean it. They were going through their own things and they weren't able to see beyond their own illusions, beyond their own sight. Neptune is the planet of illusions. It's fog, it's confusion, the search. It's like, they were just trying to look for themselves or trying to like help themselves. And not in a selfish way. It's just because they don't understand what they're doing. It's like everything's so new to them. Living for themselves is new to them. They might even still have a lot of toxic influences in their life where it holds them back from discovering or working through who they are. Your desires, your actions, inspire others, be prepared to sacrifice for. Yielding is the only way to. It's almost like they see relationships, whether it's conscious or unconscious, they see them, or they, what's it called? They, what's that word where it's like, they attribute relationships, or relationships bring to the forefront of their mind pain, but they also bring to the forefront of their mind losing themselves. And it's almost like, again, they did this to protect themselves. It's like they weren't sure. They just wanted to like, they weren't sure of how you felt. They weren't sure of what could happen. It's almost like they didn't want to give you that power because they've given so many people that power in the past. And it's almost like, again, I'll say it one more time. They were protecting themselves. I'm going to pull 2 more cards just before closing out your reading because I want to get some sort of new insight because it's saying the same thing. Pisces. Oh my God. Neptune rules Pisces. Oh my God. Houses. Okay, you got 2 more. 3rd house, 4th house. I think a lot of this stems from home. Like their family is actually quite unsupportive. Their family could have also come from a place of great like addiction, or their family could have introduced them to like environments where, like, for example, maybe their families didn't have enough money because they weren't super stable, so they had to go to a school that was or live in a place that was surrounded by people who went through addictions, or live in the same traumatic cycles of projecting onto people. It's like, because of their environments, this is what has happened, and it's like it has nothing to do with you. It's like, this relationship left you confused or feeling lost, but also they were feeling lost and lonely. It's like, it goes both ways. It's almost like you were meant to, not meant to is the wrong word. This relationship was an opportunity to expend yourselves in ways to find something beyond what you've known. It's like, if you were willing to take the chance, it was there. I'm not saying it's not there anymore. I'm just saying the main contributing lesson about this relationship was taking a chance to learn a new story of your life, to create a new story, or to find yourself in a new way, to build yourself up in a new way, to be certain of yourself, to communicate and support each other in a new way. I think that's all I'm getting, my pile number 3s. I hope that made sense, and I hope that gave you a message of healing. If you'd like to let me know down below if you picked this pile and how this resonated or clicked with you, I'll be so greatly appreciative of that. Please be sure to, again, hit the like button if this did resonate. I have plenty more videos where this came from. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you like more messages like these, you can, of course, book a personal reading with me, where I can go so much more in depth and give you so much more than I'm able to hear in a general reading. Until we meet again, I'm sending you all so much love and light. Mwah. Bye.